What is up, guys? You are now tuned in to the Friday Night Smackdown post-show community discussion live here on the Casual Wrestling YouTube channel. I am your host for the night, the notorious Nerdy D, joined by the beautiful and talented Level Up Lauren.
What's up, y'all?
If you're new to this community, this is a participation show. We want you guys to drop your opinions and questions in the chat. YouTube memberships are now live. If you don't already subscribe to that, go ahead and do that. If you want to drop a super chat, that will move your questions and opinions to the top of the list to talk about. Housekeeping for this week. The Casual Wrestling Fantasy League is up and running. We will talk about those scores on Monday because this is the first week. So we won't talk about those scores until we get a full week of wrestling. But it looks tonight like Mike and Lauren, if I just had to guess, I think y'all jumped out to the front. Mike got a big pop there from Cody Rhodes winning a cage title match, which is a big deal.
And he was on there multiple times, no?
Yeah, and on multiple times.
And
you had Chelsea and Randy, but then I don't think you're going to have much going on Monday Night Raw. That's going to be your problem.
And darn it.
I did get Jade Cargill sneaking in there.
True.
Let's quickly, icebreaker, just start the show. Lauren, if any time you wanted to eat an animal, you had to kill it yourself, would you still eat meat?
No, you know I'm a weirdo, and like I go through these phases where like I will not eat meat for a while because it freaks me out because I think about the animal and then I think about like there's bones in it and like blood and then it freaks me out, and that's why like I'll only eat steak if like you make it because I like my steak extra crispy.
Yeah, you cooked the life
like,
out of it.
Like well done.
Cool. We can continue that discussion in the Discord after the show, but let's start off. That was an interesting SmackDown. It was first coming start of the night, fire. Like
so I wasn't here, so I missed what happened.
10 out of 10 start.
Okay.
Triple H came out, introduced the first match. It was just like set up perfectly. The new logo, the new intro song, like new attitude. It felt like a new SmackDown. This felt like a middle finger to the Fox network. This felt like everything that we had been saying for the last couple of weeks was completely justified, right? There was no SmackDown until we got to the USA Network. Problem is, after that first match, this seems to be a Triple H problem, okay? He's a little bit of a fast shooter, right? Shoots his load a little quickly. He's a minute man, right? Because the start of the match, that felt like it was going to be a 10 out of 10 episode. And then as the night rolled on, I go, all right, I'm going to drop this down to a 9. All right, I'm going to drop this down to an 8. I finally settled on this SmackDown being a 7 out of 10. It was a great SmackDown. There were some cool moments that happened. Like, there were some big, exciting things. It felt bigger than a regular SmackDown that we've been getting, but it was still littered with the same problems that we've had in the last couple weeks, and that is the roster just doesn't have enough oomph to get me over the top. Like the first match of the night was the main event. They just pulled a trick on us tonight. What they did was they gave us all of the good at the beginning, and then they teased us with Roman at the end. And to me, that ending, that's not what I want. That's not what I'm looking for. I don't know about everybody else. I have never, with this bloodline situation, I have never wanted this to turn into the Super Friends 2.0. And it feels like this is the Super Friends 2.0. It feels like someone said it in the Discord, but it feels like that Thanos has joined the Avengers. Like, it feels like Roman was our thing that was above all else. And for him to come back and team up with Cody Rhodes to take on the bloodline, I don't think this is what everybody wanted. Like, I've been calling for keep the bloodline separate from Cody Rhodes. The problem is, here's the problem. They don't have anything for Cody to do. So this is Triple H. Poor booking for the last couple of weeks has led to Triple H not being able to have a proper story to put Cody Rhodes into. So now he's got to insert him into the Bloodline family business, which to me doesn't make sense. I would have rather it be Roman Reigns versus the entire Bloodline by himself instead of sticking Cody into this match. I just don't like it. Mike says, I think you go 10, then subtract a point for every segment after, which puts it at a 6. That's how I got to a 7. I got to a 7 because it started 10 to 10. Like, we were on track. It's not a lot of nights where you start the show
It's pretty good.
and it's 10 out of 10, right? It's we were just like, it does become, we've set the standard. Now we've just got to hold. And to get a 10 out of 10 or even a 9 out of 10, it doesn't have to be perfect, but you can't have a steady decline. And the rest of the show, to me, was literally just a little bit of a steady decline. We went right out of Cody and Solo, which, Lauren, I tell you, go back and watch the match. It was phenomenal. But the problem is we went right out of that match to Michin versus Doudrop, okay?
Oh, Doudrop was on tonight?
Yeah, but it was
missed it?
It was like a 4 or 5 minute match.
Okay, who won?
I don't even remember who won.
Was it Michin?
To be honest, I don't remember who won. All I remember is that Michin ended up getting a trash can smashed on top of her.
Okay, then maybe it was Doudrop.
So Michin is now like gotta be fearful Chef Doudrop. Yeah. So there was a comment in the Discord that
why is she Chef Doudrop? What happened?
Here you go. Mike said that Doudrop looks like the chef in a diner with a cigarette in her mouth that cooks the pancakes in the back.
That's all that I'm gonna see now. Like a cafeteria lady.
There's a picture of it in the Discord.
Like that. I'll go look it up.
Someone AI'd a picture in the Discord.
I like it.
But yeah, so we came out of that and what I tried to do was like, Mike was like, what was that match for? I even tried to like reassure. I was like, it's a reset, okay? When you come off of a 10 to 10 match, you got to have something in between that the crowd can
like cool down from.
It's a baseline, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, the crowd can look at that and go, okay, that was weird, but now we'll get back into the meat of the show. And it never felt like we got back into the rhythm. It to me, like, I think we all anticipated this being a very special SmackDown. And
I was all hyped up for it because y'all said it was going to be like amazing and you know.
Yeah, but then at the end of the day, it started like that and it just slowly declined. After the Michin and Doudrop, we went to A-Town Down Under versus KO. And get this, Lauren, you missed it. Okay. Ricky.
Who's Ricky?
Ricky came out tonight.
Who the fuck is Ricky?
So KO his partner was teased all week as being a mystery partner, okay?
Okay.
And so KO comes out, and his partner is generic creator wrestler from WWE 2K, Ricky.
Okay.
This bald guy, no hair on this man's head, face or top of his head. All of his hair was on his chest and his back.
Oh, that's
very
nice.
hairy man. Came out to the ring. Ricky got chance. Let's go, Ricky. Like,
so
the crowd was hyped.
people know who Ricky is, or did he introduce him and say,
nobody knew who Ricky was, but we were hyped. We were hyped as a community. They were hyped in the stadium.
I gotta look up Ricky now.
Match is about to start, Lauren, and they pull KO to the side and they say, he's here. Your partner's here. Your real partner's here. He made it. He got here. Randy Orton comes out.
Oh, yeah.
Kevin Owens stuns Ricky. So now we have a hashtag going around, justice for Ricky. Okay? Ricky got screwed.
He's got blue underwear on, and they're blue and pink. Oh, they're so pretty.
Yeah, he was like Midnight Summer or something said on his.
Is he a real wrestler?
I'm sure he is, but he's not on the roster. But bullshit. We don't know. Ricky could have this could have been the breakout night for Ricky. Ricky could have been the next tribal chief. Ricky could be a 99 overall, and we just don't know it. And we were robbed of this by Kevin Owens.
Ricky looks like a man.
We've been talking about Kevin Owens turning heel. Kevin Owens turned heel tonight.
No.
Kevin Owens did a full heel turn tonight by taking out our man Ricky. Ricky deserved better than that.
You're not kidding. There's justice for Ricky. This shit's crazy.
Well, Ricky did nothing. Ricky showed up when no one else would show up for KO, okay? Nobody's showing up for KO. Ricky steps up to the plate. He takes that long walk down the entryway. He gets in that ring, and he's ready to look Austin Theory and Grayson Waller in the eyes, and I think Ricky was about to go off.
Ricky's got merchandise.
Merchandise,
yes.
Yeah, no, Ricky's Triple H needs to hurry up and figure out
Jump
how
on
to
that Ricky train.
If I'm Triple H, Ricky's wrestling next week on SmackDown. Mm-hmm. I'm looking at that going, I messed this up.
Fuck yeah.
I fucked this up. Like, everybody loves Randy Orton, but Ricky was the best surprise we could have got, and you took that away from us. I really don't appreciate it. So that was a little bit of a letdown because, hey, Ricky wrestles, we may be talking about a 9 tonight, okay?
Yeah.
If Ricky wrestles, we easily could be talking about a 9 for SmackDown tonight because we may have been introduced to the new John Cena, right? Ricky. Ricky, one name Ricky.
Ricky reminds me of like a superhero who's like, I'm a businessman by morning, and he pulls it all off, and I'm a wrestler by night.
Ricky tried to step up. Ricky tried to go out there. Respect for Ricky. Hashtag respect for Ricky. Hashtag justice for Ricky. Hashtag we want Ricky. Hashtag give Ricky a damn match next week. That's what I'm saying. Sign Ricky. Jamie Phillips says, I personally feel Cody should go to Raw and make SmackDown the Bloodline show. I made this comment jokingly during the show in the Discord. I said, this is what SmackDown needs to be. It's just 2 hours of Bloodline business.
Okay.
Get Cody out of there. You can sprinkle in some other things, but the focus of that show, as long as Roman Reigns is willing to show up on a weekly basis, this needs to be Roman Reigns' complete show. Cody is just in the way of what we all really want to see. We don't, like, you talk about great booking is not needing a title. You don't need a title in this Bloodline story. We don't need Roman Reigns and Cody Rhodes getting in each other's faces. We can do that after we get through WrestleMania. But the problem is, like I said, this is the problem, Jamie. Triple H has done a poor job in building up bad guys for Cody Rhodes. So now he has to involve Cody in the Bloodline business because he's got to make his title feel relevant. My biggest fear is that we are about to get Cody, KO, Randy Orton, and Roman Reigns all on the same team for War Games. That instead of getting the proper Jimmy, Jay, Sammy, Roman, that they're going to go, now let's do the Super Friends bit. Let's do the Avengers. Let's take the Avengers and let's mix them with the Justice League. Let's throw in a couple Transformers. And that's how we'll book. Because you know what? We've done a bad job up until this point of booking 4 War Games. Let's just take everybody. You did say this a couple weeks ago, Mike, but I don't think you were lobbying for the Alpha Academy or American Made. So I'm not giving you full credit. You get half credit. You get half credit on that answer. And it's still a fear. It's still a fear. I'm still hopeful that maybe for Bad Blood, maybe Cody gets taken out before the match. I could see Cody get taken down. Roman has to come out by himself, and then we get that surprise. We get that surprise, be it a Jimmy, be it a Jay.
Or something?
Yeah, something happens. They stop Cody from being able to get to Bad Blood or something. I could see something in that respect. But yeah, where the fuck is Jimmy, We Too Deep? Where the fuck is Jimmy? Like, I'm tired of waiting on Jimmy Uso. This Bloodline stuff, like,
something?
He's been hurt, but apparently he was cleared to wrestle. The last thing I read was that he's cleared to wrestle. I think that Triple H is in a little bit of a conundrum, and he is worried about what to do with Cody Rhodes. So I think there's an itch in the back of Triple H's brain that says, maybe I just insert him into this whole situation. I don't love it though. I don't like where this is going. We thought we might get The Rock tonight. We didn't get The Rock tonight.
True.
You know,
I didn't even think about that.
We thought we were going to get a little bit more from Roman. We got Roman talking, kind of trying to almost push back against the babyface turn. Mm-hmm. It felt, I didn't love that. Something about that last segment I didn't love.
I'm not going to lie, because I walked in again in the last minute. I was kind of confused. What exactly happened?
What are you talking about?
In the very end, I saw him hand him like a piece of paper or something like that.
So that was the contract. So at the beginning of the night, when Roman kind of came in and cleaned house in the cage and took everybody out, it was then announced in the back that they were going to do a tag, or that Solo wanted to do a tag team match of Solo and Jacob versus Cody and Roman. Mm-hmm. So then Cody shows up with Nick Aldis and tells him, I'm done with the Bloodline. I don't want any part of this.
Yeah.
And so then it kind of goes on that, okay, well, Roman's going to come out and speak about it. So Roman came out and speak about it, said he doesn't need Cody Rhodes. Of course, Cody then shows up, and something about it didn't feel right. Sometimes there's just logical writing, right? We talk about fan service. Why do we never get served what seems logical? Yeah, sometimes that does seem to be the problem.
You think that's what happened right here?
No, I think this is like fans. This is Triple H to me being afraid of Cody Rhodes getting lost in the mix. I feel that there's a certain part of me that goes, at some point when Cody lost to Roman the first time, Triple H and Cody had a conversation that was, you are going to be the top dog moving forward. You're the guy, right? We're going to go 365 days. You're going to win the title at WrestleMania. Then this is all you. Right? And they gave him the title. They've built him up. They've given him matches. And the problem is Roman shows back up, and you could hear it tonight, right? The crowd is there for Roman. They're not there for Cody. And so the problem is while you can try to push Cody to the moon, there are a lot of people who think Cody Rhodes is boring. There's a lot of people who don't think this is a great title reign. There are a lot of people who will tell you, like we've been saying tonight, that the bloodline is Smackdown, and we don't need Cody Rhodes involved in this story. We Too Deep says there's a lot of marks that are in the company who think they know what the fans really want but don't. It does feel weird. It feels I had this thought earlier today, and it's about, it seems to be the IWC mentality versus kind of the casual wrestling fans mentality, is that I sometimes when I hear people say, I've heard wrestlers say this and I've heard fans say this, if you've never wrestled, you don't get it.
Don't get what?
Just the business, right?
Okay.
My problem is AEW is the prime example of a company being run by guys who think they get it.
Yeah.
Guys who have lived it and think they get it. And that's what you get is 400 people in the stands. WWE has always been a little bit more casual friendly, a little bit more about what the fans want. And it sometimes feels like it can go too far in that direction and error in this idea of like, well, Cody has nothing to do. People like Cody, Roman has nothing to do. Just put them in the ring together and everybody will be excited. And I don't think that's always the right solution. Whoever said, I think it was Jamie said earlier, moving Cody to Monday Night Raw feels like a good idea.
Yeah.
Get him off the show. Then he doesn't have to be around this situation, because it does, as far, you can try to twist it any way you want. But if you list the names on SmackDown on a whiteboard, Roman Reigns is always going to be number one. You could try and spin it any way you want, but Roman is going to be number one.
At what point did he turn to be that? Does that make sense? Because when I first watched him, I knew him with the Shield, and I didn't like him then.
During this title run, the Tribal Chief I think he wore down people, and they got tired. But I think once he left, we started to realize it's the old thing, right? You don't know what you're missing until it's gone.
True.
And then he was gone, and we were like, oh shit.
Maybe
okay. And Cody just doesn't hit. There was something to be said. No matter,
for me, like as a girl and like as a casual wrestler, like sometimes Cody sounds a little bit like a bitch. Does that make sense? Like, I feel like he's whining and like,
but that tends to be babyface. That tends to be what good guys kind of do. Now, there are babyfaces who can get around that, but that's a typical babyface, is that they're kind of whiny and pandery, and they kind of, the reality is, I don't think we realize how much we missed that bloodline segment every week that was going to be Roman and Paul Heyman. And no matter how bad SmackDown was, we were going to get that next installment of what the bloodline was going to be. Yeah, Wrestling MV says it took a decade to get Roman over with the wrestling fans. Mm-hmm. I agree, but it finally happened. And now Roman is the biggest babyface, just biggest thing in professional wrestling in general.
True.
So we don't need to hitch the Cody wagon to this.
No, let him do his own thing.
Let Cody. Yeah, the problem is, though, there's no bad guys for Cody. Look at the SmackDown roster right now. What could you put Cody Rhodes in right now that makes sense for Cody Rhodes, that's going to be equal marquee value to like a Roman. If you put Roman Reigns, in the ring with Jacob Fatu, that's the biggest match that anybody's talking about. It doesn't need a title. It's just two alpha males going to work. You just said Andrade joking around. But if you go next on the card and you go Cody Rhodes versus Andrade, nobody gives a shit.
True.
And I blame Cody for that because Cody hasn't made us give a shit. Wrestling MV says, turn LA Knight and put him against Cody. They've tried, I think they've tried the LA Knight heel thing. The problem is the crowd's not going to allow that. The crowd the crowd is going to get behind LA Knight. So I don't see a world where you can turn LA Knight heel. I just don't believe that world exists right now. The crowd wants to cheer for LA Knight. The problem is here's the problem. I think you could turn LA Knight. You could do everything that it takes to turn LA Knight to a bad guy, and they're still going to cheer LA Knight over Cody Rhodes. That's what I believe would happen if you tried that situation. Let's see. Mike said, I'm starting to campaign firmly with NXT about being a third brand. That brand splits no longer exists. No more walls. Mike, we had this conversation in Discord earlier today. We Too Deep posted something, and I said that you guys were correct. I think that the way WWE views NXT now being a kind of pillar on the CW, I don't think it is any longer. It's not going to be the developmental brand like I used to say it was. I think that what they're doing now is it's going to be the younger generation of wrestling. It's CW. It's going to be aimed at a younger crowd. But I think that what they're going to do with like Roxy and Cora Jade is they're not going to rush those people to the main roster now. They're going to be the pillars of NXT. That's what I think we're going to see. Which
I think is smart.
Eric says we need heel Randy versus Cody.
Have I ever seen heel Randy? Has Randy ever been a heel?
Yeah, he's been a heel plenty of times.
He's just a good guy all the time to me.
Nah.
I'm just kidding. I have a question, though.
Yeah.
What do you think of the new Smackdown logo?
Like it. I thought the whole presentation was extremely good.
Is it that half S black and blue thing?
Did you just ask me how I thought of the logo and then you don't know what it is?
I looked it up, but I think that's the one that I saw, but I didn't know if it was real or not.
So there's two. There's the full logo and then there's like the S. It's half S, half D. The new logo and presentation is good.
Because that S one kind of reminds me, like when you used to draw those like gangster S's, or maybe just I did that, like you draw 3 lines and connect them. That's what it reminded me of.
That didn't look nothing like that to me.
Yeah. I was real gangster,
Mike says we need heel Cody. I think they're afraid of just constantly running their champions as heels. I like it. I think if you turn Gunther babyface, you could get away with Cody going heel. Yeah. But I don't think they want this constant reliance on bad guys being the champion, because I think at the end of the day, we're thinking about this from like the grown adult perspective. And the reality is kids still like Cody Rhodes. Yeah. He's still great for the birthday banner. Parents like Cody Rhodes. He's still great for the program and the napkins and the T-shirts and things like that. While I think a heel Cody would absolutely be great, I think that Cody sees himself from a business perspective more as a John Cena than he does as a heel. Mm-hmm. And I just don't think Cody wants to go. I think one of the reasons he came to WWE was he saw the position to be a babyface. Yeah, he's John Cena. That's what Dead Chef says. I believe 100% that he sees himself as the next John Cena. And I believe that's a little bit what's getting in the way of everything that's going on. Now, can we take a second to have a small funeral? Can we say a few nice words? Because there was a death today on Smackdown. A-Town Down or A-Town Down Under are officially dead to me.
What happened?
I'm not waiting anymore for them to break up. Okay,
Are they fighting?
Week after so for the last 6 months they've been teasing a breakup between the two, and I thought tonight ultimately this was it. I was ready to go. This is the Smackdown, where the first one on USA. We're gonna get the breakup of Austin Theory and Grayson Waller, and instead it was just more of the same shit. I'm done. I don't care anymore. Like, I don't get, like, you have driven them so far down my ability to care that I don't even give a shit if Austin Theory turns babyface. I don't care if Grayson Waller's the heel. Tonight was your last chance. They should have pulled the trigger. I don't know if they ran out of time. I don't know if it's just not in the plans. I don't know what the hell they're doing. A lot of what happened tonight on SmackDown was fan service and didn't make sense to me because it didn't really move forward any stories. The Meechin and the Doudrop didn't really make sense, right? The Austin Theory and the Grayson Waller doesn't really make sense to me. So I want to have a small funeral because as far as I'm concerned, those two guys are dead. And we can blame. This is the first one. Because we've blamed Vince McMahon for everything up until this point. But this is the first one. This is the first one that falls on Triple H. This is my first official death that I'm calling where Triple H has buried two superstars who had momentum. Okay? Austin Theory at one time, one of the biggest heels in the company. I will argue anybody on that, right? Grayson Waller came in with a lot of energy. We didn't know what to do with them, so we put them together. All right? We gave them tag team titles. Took the tag team titles away from them. Now, we've teased a breakup for the last 3 months, and we're still not there. I'm done. I'm done. Wasn't he champ there already? What? Oh. Mike says, Theory should get a run on NXT as champ. He would work beautifully down there. I think... and maybe that's what they're going to do, Mike. Maybe that's the only way you give him a resurgence. The only way to bring Theory back from the dead. The only way to resurrect Austin Theory is to get him off of SmackDown. Is to get him on a different show. Is to give him a different character. Is to recreate a new image of Austin Theory. Because as far as SmackDown goes...
What do you think could work for him?
He could go back to his original. If he wanted to stay heel, he could go back to the original gimmick. Or if they're going to go babyface, they can workshop stuff. NXT is the place for him to workshop some stuff in NXT. But the reality is he's dead. He's dead on SmackDown. He's dead. R.I.P. to Austin Theory. R.I.P. to Grayson Waller. A-Town Down Under tonight officially dead. They should have turned. This was the perfect moment. Everybody was paying attention. Everybody was anticipating it. And instead, we fucking got Meechin getting hit by another trash can. Like, we could have just not had that match.
I'm going to have to go back and look at that.
We could. Well, it's only about 3 minutes long. So you can do it real quickly.
Okay.
What else happened tonight? Nia Jax cut a promo. The Nia Jax stuff is... here's the problem. One of the problems for pro wrestling is like Money in the Bank and these things. We ultimately know where we're headed, okay? We think we're going to get Tiffany Stratton versus Nia Jax. Now, Mike threw out something. There was some weird language tonight during the promo by Nia Jax that said, whoever loses the match has to leave SmackDown. Mike interpreted that as if Tiffany and Nia lose, they leave. I interpreted that, Mike, as whoever out of Naomi and Bayley lose the match gets pinned, they have to leave Friday Night SmackDown. So I don't think anybody's leaving Friday Night SmackDown. I think that was just a bullshit stipulation thrown in. I think...
Like, I'm going to quit wrestling forever if I lose this match.
Yeah, I mean, ultimately, it's what they're hinting towards. It's either going to be Bayley or it's going to be Naomi versus Nia Jax at Bad Blood. And this is one of those matches where we go, oh, okay, I guess we know who's going to win, right? Nia Jax is not losing to one of these two women. And ultimately, we're in holding. I don't think they're moving. Mike thinks they're moving Tiffany Stratton to Monday Night Raw to be with Ludwig Kaiser. Makes sense from the standpoint of, like, that's typically what they do with relationships. But it doesn't make sense because we built up all this anticipation of Tiffany Stratton cashing in on Nia Jax that I think it would be absolutely ludicrous at this point in time to remove Tiffany Stratton and move her to Monday Night Raw, where that title right now is so engulfed in the Liv Morgan and Rhea Ripley story that we know she's not cashing in there. Like, the only place Tiffany's going to cash in has to be on SmackDown, has to be on Nia Jax, and it more than likely is leading to what I believe is going to be Tiffany Stratton versus Charlotte at WrestleMania.
That would be cool.
I think that's where we're going. So I don't believe that that language, because it was messy, right? It was Nia Jax talking. It was messy. I could see how.
Was this before she was wearing that red outfit and all 4 of them got together?
No, this was during that.
Oh.
But the language of what she said was extremely weird. Tiffy is going to get pinned, which causes Nia to snap on her. Yes, I agree. And I feel like I'm now feeling like we are getting into the time where it's starting to make sense that Tiffy could cash in. I think we've seen a little bit of a confidence. We've seen her kind of get built up. I don't know. I don't think it happens necessarily at Bad Blood, but we probably see the first hints at Bad Blood, and I think in the next 2 to 3 months, I think Tiffy cashes in.
Did she sit on a trash can with her inside it?
That was last week.
Okay.
Yeah, that was last week in the main event.
So this time she just threw her in a trash can?
So no, you're combining different situations.
Okay.
So Meechin is the one who's always involved with the trash can. Last week it was Meechin versus Nia Jax.
And she sat on her.
And Nia Jax sat on her. This week it was...
She survived it.
No, but this week you got to listen. You're not listening. You're very ADD today.
Okay,
You're all over the place.
I'm sorry.
This week it was Meechin versus Doudrop.
Okay.
Very similar shaped people. Okay. I understand the confusion.
Yes.
So 2 different situations.
That'd be why I could not find it for tonight.
Yeah.
Okay.
Not Nia Jax.
Okay.
Yeah, I think it's gonna be Charlotte versus Tiffy at WrestleMania. That's what I believe. One weird thing. One thing going on here. Someone else had to have noticed this shit, right?
What?
Why does the belt look like a toy on Nia Jax? Can they not get her a bigger version of the belt? It doesn't like it. I understand why the women's belt is slightly smaller, right? I get it. But on Nia Jax, can we not get her a bigger version of the belt?
Is that offensive to her, though? Like, hey, do you think we're just going to get you a little bit of a bigger belt?
Is it offensive? It's more offensive that what Mike said is exactly right. It looks like a kid's meal belt. It looks like the one you get at Walmart. When you go to wrestling shows, Lauren, it's inevitable, right? You see the guy who spent $10,000 on the real one, right?
Yes.
Didn't you see the asshole, the grown-ass man who's got the one from Walmart that's like this big?
Yes.
That's what it looks like Nia Jax is holding.
Yeah. Did she have it on when she had that red outfit? I didn't even notice it.
It was resting on her shoulder. Like a fucking parrot or something. It's way too small. It does not look. It looks so tiny.
It must be small because it was so small that I did not even see it on her shoulder. All I saw was the red lace outfit.
I don't think people understand how big Nia Jax
She's
really
tall.
Because that's what I said, right? So there was a point in time tonight where it was Nia Jax on one side, Bianca Belair in the middle, and Jade Cargill on the other side.
Yeah.
And they made Bianca Belair look petite, tiny.
Yeah.
Now I know the problem is Bianca Belair not as tall as I think she is.
I think she's super tall in my head, but you looked it up. She's only like 5'8", right, or something.
It's like 5'5", I think, or 5'6".
5'6", I think.
Yeah,
5'6".
It's not. I always want to say she's like 5'8", but I think she's. But Nia Jax makes everybody look small. We need an edit with her with the big belt and with this belt and the big back energy. Song.
Oh gosh.
Well, Mike, you did say that now that there's the rumor going around that Def Rebel is not making the music anymore, that we might start getting some superstars with real songs.
That's cool. I'm excited about that.
Well, Nia Jax could have big back. It'd be perfect for her, right, Mike? Mike's gonna get
I want
in
Tiffany
trouble.
to have Britney Spears.
We Too Deep says Tiffy is from Wisconsin. She could cash in November, leading to Survivor Series when they're back in Milwaukee. That makes sense, and Tiffy seems like the one who would benefit from doing it in her hometown. Mm-hmm. Right? Is when she gets the big hometown pop. I think that's gonna signal a baby face turn. I think we'll start to see the seeds planted for a baby face turn. Mike's now excited. He's learned that Tiffany Stratton is from his neck of the woods. I saw some excitement here.
That's
Mike
funny.
sparking up. Then the last match we got tonight was for the 27th time.
Yeah.
We got to watch Carmelo Hayes and Andrade wrestle in a match that was never told to us what the outcome, what the stakes were. I'm gonna be real honest. I zoned the fuck out. I saw the one little spot where they did the Spanish fly off the top of the barricade, and I was like, yeah, I'm done. I don't need to see, like, the problem with running a match 5 times in a row is that they feel like they have to one-up what they did the week before every week, and it's an escalation until you get to, all right, we're going to do something stupid. That was a stupid spot to me.
That's one where I thought they really got hurt, right?
The one where they jumped off the barricade and did a flip and landed. Like, to me, that was a dumb spot.
Risky.
Yeah, to me, it does, like, that match, I get it. They put you in the main event spot as far as, like, wrestling goes, and you had to do, that wasn't what you needed to do.
You're crazy.
The problem is, it's the fifth incarnation of that match. I was done. I was checked out by that time.
Got it.
And then we got LA Knight. So then after that match, Andrade won. LA Knight comes out. He challenges Andrade. And once again, I'm going to have to question Triple H on this one.
Okay.
You're going to take the guy who very easily could be the best talker in the business, and you're going to put him against the guy who can't fucking speak English.
Oh my God.
What are these promos going to be?
Half English, half Spanish.
Can we not get Andrade a mouthpiece before we involve LA Knight? They just signed, I forgot his name. It's Rikishi's old manager. And I'm afraid, we all thought that was for the bloodline. Yeah. I'm afraid they're going to stick him with Andrade. I'm afraid a lot of the things that we were hoping for were just like coincidence. And
Does the manager speak English?
Yeah, okay. Yeah, and he's Hispanic. And
like, so with a heavy accent. So is it like real English, or is it like?
No, he's. I don't. Where are you going with this?
Like, so, well, the whole thing is that you can understand him.
Yeah, the other guy. The other guy's going to talk for him.
Okay.
That's what I'm saying. The other guy's going to talk for him. The Friday after Bad Blood Smackdown. Oh, they're still talking about where Smackdowns are and where the shows are in their neighborhood. But yeah, I fucking. So we take LA Knight. We're gonna put after Logan Paul. We're gonna put him in the ring with a guy who can't speak English. It just feels like LA Knight is put into these bad situations, and he's either one of two things are gonna happen. He's either gonna just destroy Andrade and ruin any momentum that Andrade had, or it's just going to turn into this confusing, like, I don't know. Yeah, hit it and quit it. I mean, LA Knight's been on fire. LA Knight
was funny.
He says some today. He had another one today that was like, you diddled your quiddle or something like that, right?
Yes.
You doodled your goodle or something like LA Knight's on fire. LA Knight has decided that like
dreams or something.
Well, like
something about his pants that like
LA Knight's decided fuck PG. Or fuck, LA
but
Knight
it wasn't real messed up. It was a lot of innuendos that you knew what he was talking about.
Yeah, so. he's LA Knight's definitely on a different level right now. So I wouldn't put. Oh Jesus, I don't know. That's why it was a 7. That's why I can't go 8. I saw a couple people go 8. Mm-hmm. That's why it was a 7, Lauren. It de-escalated so quickly. It was 10 out of 10 to start the night. Mm-hmm. Then that match after that drew it down to a 9. Then the match after that drew it down to a 6 or 7. Whatever. It was just bad. Dead Chef's asking, what about the Wyatt symbol in the background? I didn't see it.
I didn't know that.
There were people talking about they saw a Wyatt symbol in the background. Please, for the love of God, no more QR codes, no more hidden subliminal messages. Just let them fight in street fights and that's it. I don't need them invading any more matches. I don't need them sneaking around, hiding, popping up in different places. Don't bring them over. Fucking do not get them involved in the bloodline story. You already got Cody. I don't need Bo Dallas. Like, I don't need fucking it's Survivor Series for it to be 2 of the bloodline with 2 of the Wyatts versus Roman, Cody, KO. I hope they say it was right by Nick Aldis's head. What do we think that means? There's nobody on SmackDown for them to come after. Maybe, I guess they could take out Austin Theory so he could be gone, so he could officially be dead.
I have no idea.
I know I butchered this. The Wyatts are the WWE's equivalent of a Karen. They are. Like, what is their problem? What is their issue with everybody? I don't get it. All right, let's talk about baddie of the night here. What is this scoreboard looking like? We've got interesting. Okay. It's a tighter race tonight, Lauren.
Okay.
Did you vote?
I did vote.
You voted.
Uh-huh.
We too deep say he just wants them to go away. I kind of feel the same way now.
Go
Why
away.
it's 6? It's kind of sad. I don't even need them to go away. Just give them a segment of the show, kind of off by themselves, and don't let them get involved in anything that I'm really interested in. Get them away from Gable and them. All right, baddie of the night.
All right.
In 4th place,
Give it to me.
Kathy Kelly.
That's the announcer,
At
right?
16%. She was on very early in the night.
Okay.
And she got a lot of reaction from the Discord. A lot of people popping off for Kathy Kelly. The vote just changed. See what happens is we get to this section
And then people decide
and
to vote.
people get fired up and they forget to vote or they didn't. And so we got a little bit of a jump here. So
Damn.
So we just first place is still first place, but
Okay.
in 3rd place
All right.
with 20% of the votes, Bianca
I knew it.
Belair. So
Okay.
she will not be a 3-time
Will not enter that Hall of Fame.
baddie of the night. She loses on her streak.
Uh-huh.
I didn't vote. I probably would have voted Bianca tonight.
And had
Just
you
saying.
voted,
That's what I said. Would have been Bianca.
she would have won still, though, right?
No, it wouldn't have. It wouldn't have changed anything. At the 2nd place spot here, Lauren, with 25% of the vote, Chelsea Green.
Okay.
That means that with 40, almost half of the vote, 40% of the vote, and
Mm-hmm.
I'm not mad at this choice tonight.
It's my choice.
Tiffy time
That's what I chose. I
is
chose
your
my
baddie of
my
the night.
Tiffy time.
Tiffy is baddie of the night.
Yes, sir.
That's not how I see it. That's not how I see it.
Well, the community has spoken, so suck it.
If I see it, if I was calling it, it would have been Bianca 1, Tiffy 2. Nah, I don't give a shit after that. That's what it should have been. Let's pull up the fantasy wrestling score. I can't not look at it.
Yeah, who's won? I want to know who won. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I want to look at it real quick.
Okay, so also when I looked up this Ricky dude, because they talked about Ricky right now, you made it sound like he was like super hairy. Like I just imagine like an ape from like the Umbrella Academy type hairy.
You go watch the video.
Well, in his pictures, he wasn't super hairy.
Well, I don't know what's going on there.
You think he photoshops him?
Something.
Or Lauren looked at it and didn't.
Did
even
you get a video? Did you
look
get a
up the
picture
right
of
guy.
him from tonight?
No.
Well, because he might have put some like Rogaine on his back or something.
Oh, was his back hairy?
Yeah.
Oh, he never showed his back. I just saw his stomach. It was like
His
a
chest
man.
was a little bit hairy and his back was extremely hairy.
Oh, I did not see the back. I only saw the front.
All right, interesting. I called this pretty correctly. I called
won.
this fantasy wrestling stuff pretty quickly. Number 1, Mike. Big Mike.
Milwaukee Mike.
Cody got him 83 points in one night.
Damn. What do I have?
83 points. Let me pull this up so everybody can see it. Let me move my chat there.
I beat
Open
you in
this
fantasy
up.
football.
I know you did. We already had that conversation. We don't need to do that again.
I just needed you to know that again.
We don't need to do that again. All right, here it is. It's right here. All right, so Mike had 83 points, all coming from Cody Rhodes, which means he still has Sonya Deville on Monday. I doubted Mike
points.
early on with the Cody choice.
Acknowledge me.
Extremely solid choice.
All right.
And number 2,
Okay.
level up Lauren,
Whoop, whoop.
35 points.
Was that all from?
22 from Randy, 13 from Chelsea.
Okay.
But that's solid. That's a
Yeah.
solid. That's
I mean,
on,
she did have as many points as him. So.
on average, that's a good week.
Mm-hmm.
That kind of week will keep you in the runnings week after
It
week.
must be a real good picker.
At number 3, We Too Deep, 28 points.
Nice.
24 coming from
Who do you have?
Kevin Owens.
Okay.
And 4 coming from Nia Jax.
Very nice.
Cybeast, 18 points. 18 of those all coming from Solo Sikoa. He still has Rhea Ripley on Monday. Rhea Ripley, someone that I fought in my head about taking with the second pick.
Yeah.
Mike said he just put up a Hall of Fame score. If I remember correctly, Bobby Lashley had like 140 point night. So I'm not fully sold on calling this Hall of Fame yet.
We'll see. We'll see what happens.
Yeah. Live and Let Live. I'm not. Who is Live and Let Live? Someone changed their name. Is that Dead Chef? Who is
know.
Live and Let Live?
I saw a picture of Liv in the Discord though.
I think that's Dead Chef. Live and Let Live. Yeah, it's Dead Chef. Okay. He got 15 from Jacob Fatu. He still has Liv Morgan on Monday. That's a solid score. Getting 15 from Jacob, because Liv can get you anywhere from like 20 to 30 points.
True.
So that's solid. Wavy D got 5 points with Bianca Belair. Witters got 5 points from Gunther being in the crowd.
Oh, nice.
Snuggles got 5 points from Damian Priest being in the crowd.
All right.
Bum-ass Corbin got 4 points for Tiffany Stratton. Oshido Bonds got 2 points for LA Knight. Wait. Why did Jade Cargill not get any points?
She was on.
Oh, I'm a little confused here.
Oh, you didn't get any points.
Why? I just know I'm at number 12. Jade Cargill clearly spoke tonight, correct?
Not according to them.
No, wait, guys. Hold on, guys. Help me. Jade Cargill cut a promo with Bianca Belair. Like, she was right next to Bianca.
She said something. Yeah. But did that count?
I thought an appearance got you 5 points.
I guess that's true, yeah. I don't know.
Did she lose points for something?
Did it not update yet or something? That's crazy. It just doesn't like you, Dustin. Sorry. Drop this belt said what it said, you know?
Mike said maybe it's still calculating. She was talking tonight. They gave all the points to Bianca. That's racist.
That's funny. None for you. All right, so Mike's in the lead, then I'm in second. Third place is Randall.
You're supposed to get 4 points for an interview. She was clearly interviewed in the back.
And she spoke, so you probably would have gotten like 9 points. They got to not be like done yet, is what it is, I'm sure. You know what I mean?
It's 4 points for an interview.
Okay. Well, you've got possibly at least 4 points.
I need to move my ass up to 9th place.
Okay.
Oshido Bonds got 2 points for LA Knight. Bailey got 2 points for B-Master. I got 0 points. Rise of the Valkyries got 0 points, but he's got 2 Raw characters. Ben 10 got 0 points. He's got 2 Raw characters. So I had one person show up tonight, and I got 0 points. This is bullshit. This is rigged. This is complete bullshit.
I'm down for it.
All right, going to end the show with a new segment Lauren called the 3 count.
What's the 3 count?
My 3 biggest takeaways from SmackDown tonight.
All right, let's do it.
My 3 biggest takeaways from SmackDown tonight. Number 1, we got to get Cody Rhodes out of the main event scene with Roman Reigns. There has to be a swerve coming. There has to be please do not recreate the Super Friends again. I can't go through another winter of Super Friends matches.
Yeah.
My second point of the night. Can we please get Nia Jax a bigger belt?
Okay.
Can we please
get
Nia Jax a proper size belt for the person? I understand that the women's belt is a certain size, but it looked silly.
Okay.
All right. Third point, my third takeaway of the night before we get out of here. Mm-hmm. Last thing. # justice for Ricky. Let's get Ricky a match.
Justice for Ricky.
Let's get Ricky a match next week. Let's get him in the Royal Rumble. Let's get Ricky.
Yeah.
We're on to something here, Triple H. I think Ricky in a feud with Kevin Owens, because Kevin Owens, kind of guy who carries people like this, right?
True.
We did this with Ezekiel. We did this with Ezekiel and Elias. We could do the same thing with Ricky. Ricky should come back. I'm booking it for you, Triple H. I'm going to book it before I get out of here. I'm going to book this for you. Triple H.
Get it.
Ricky comes back with a vengeance next week. Heel Ricky comes back with a vengeance next week, and he takes out Kevin Owens, and we begin a story arc, biggest story arc in wrestling, by the way. At Bad Blood, we get Ricky versus Kevin Owens on the pre-show. It's fine. It can be a pre-show, but it's going to be match of the night.
I'd watch it. I
Ricky versus Kevin Owens at Bad Blood pre-show. Book that shit, Triple H. Book it right now. That's all I got for tonight.
Right.
Thank you guys for coming and hanging out. As always, next week you're invited to the Raw After Show, the Mike and D Hot Take Show, the Nerdy D Pod on Wednesdays, and we hope to see you back here same time, same place next week for the Friday Night Smackdown After Show. But for now, that's all we got. The party never stops in the Discord. We can continue the conversation about the icebreaker in the Discord if you guys want. Like, share, and comment. Lauren, ring the final bell.